This is why we are getting these starting to increase. So there's your rotation right there. That will continue to work its way off toward the east. So folks, again, around Horn Hill, that is moving your way. And here is Farm to Market Road 1633. That comes southwest out of Mexia. So anywhere there and down to 164. And even if you don't see the tornado, and Josh and I experienced this yesterday. We went up to the northwest and tracked some of those tornadoes up there. And you can get strong winds on the south side. We had that happen to us. We call this the rear flank downdraft. Folks, that's going to be some strong winds coming down 164. So even if it's not a true tornado as of right now, we may get some pretty good winds even without a tornado being on the ground, as we could see those winds getting way up there. And if we can go ahead and correlate that. Not seeing too much there. This is our debris tracker, so not showing too much there. Maybe some lower scale here, but again, we'll be watching that as that continues down 164 and go back to the velocity products, and that's going to be some strong wind there on 160. Can we toggle that real quick? Let's go into this core right here and show folks right along 164 exactly how strong these winds could be as they work their way off toward the east. So as we do that, he's going to be getting that on here for us. That's showing 68, close to 70-mile-per-hour winds right here. This is going to be about 5, 6, 7 miles west of Groesbeck right now. That's going to continue over 164. So regardless if we have a tornado or not, this is likely going to produce wind that is going to be significant along 164, and that will probably move into Groesbeck if this can maintain its intensity, Josh.
That tornado moved, Matt. I don't know why our radar is not updating, but that area of rotation is now further to the north of 164, so closer to Horn Hill. I'm looking at it on my phone here, and that rotation is actually moved up.
Okay.
So we should get a new scan of the radar hopefully here pretty soon. But the latest scan we have showing up there is all the way back to 111. There it goes. That area of rotation now far north of that area.
Okay.
Now up towards Frosa, off to the east of west of Lake Mexia.
So again, Frosa, Lake Mexia is going to be right here on 84. So if you live there, let's go ahead and take your tornado precautions now. Stay calm. This is not an official tornado, but capable of producing a tornado. It could happen at any time, and some very strong winds. Still down toward Groesbeck, we may still get some strong winds out of this moving your way. But if you live in Mexia, we need to keep a close eye on this. This is probably about 8 miles southwest of town right now. So we have this tracked for you, and it will continue again right on the south side of Highway 84 as that continues off toward the east-northeast. What's the movement on this? And let's give people some times again here, Josh, as we put a storm track on here for you, as that will continue off to the northeast. These have been moving pretty fast across our eastern counties at about 40, 50 miles per hour. Is this one showing that kind of speed?
Yes.
As that works its way?
40 miles per hour. And I'm going to track it a little north of northeast because it looked to me like that took a jog north there. So that would make it cross east of Mexia, or west of Mexia, rather, which is good news. But still a lot of homes there on Lake Mexia in 84.
Yeah, so at the very least, probably some strong winds coming out of this. We could have the potential of a tornado as well. You can see a little green area right here, a little red area here. So there's your rotation that is developed here with this thunderstorm. Let's go back to the reflectivity real quick, see if that hook is still there, probably right in here. Yep, there's that little hook, that little appendage right here. That's why we are seeing that tornado warning being issued here. And probably not much of a hail core with this on the north side, right along 84. So there's Prairie Hill. This is going to be east of you, and that will continue to work again right toward Lake Mexia. And again, Mexia itself, we're going to continue to track that. Remember, these can vary in track. They can go north and they can jog a little farther to the east. Sometimes they like to do that. So we'll just see how this exactly goes. But if you're in Mexia right now, you need to definitely keep this in the back of your mind. You are in the polygon in Mexia. So tornado precautions on standby right now in Mexia as we will get the next couple of scans in here, but I would definitely be ready. I know schools in here right now as well, so schools need prepared to take their tornado precautions with their students in the Mexia area as that continues off toward the northeast. Josh?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull up another radar on the side here, but we're continuing to just watch that area of rotation north of Horn Hill, south of Eccles there in Limestone County. You can see it. This is where wind is rushing into the storm right here in this little notch. You've got wind rushing out of the storm right here near Horn Hill, and it's right there in the middle where you're seeing that potential for a tornado to be between Horn Hill and Eccles off to the west of Lake Mexia. And again, that is moving off to the north and northeast, rather, at about 50 miles per hour. So if you're watching right here, Lake Mejia, it's going to cross over towards you. It's going to move up to the north and northeast. So that would take it across Lake Mejia, across 84, and towards Tehuacana off to the west of Mejia. Officially, that tornado warning going until, 1:45 officially, I believe. So we'll double-check that warning time real quick. 1:45 officially for Limestone County. This is not a confirmed tornado. That means we don't have reports of this completely on the ground yet, but it is radar indicated, which means if it's not producing one, it very well could be in a short amount of time. So you need to act like there is a tornado on the ground here in Limestone County. Again, no confirmed reports just yet, but go ahead and play like it is, as it is working there towards areas just east of Mejia. So we'll get that latest radar scan in here, and it looks like we're still getting a little bit of delay from the radar. That's 123.
Yes.
So it's probably crossing close to 84 right now.
Yeah, so pretty much right on top of 84. This is going to be east of Prairie Hill between you and Mejia. So we have that right here. Mejia, you're still pretty far away from the main circulation. You're getting some rain, you're getting some thunder, and you're getting some lightning, but that will continue to work its way off toward the northeast. And again, the scans are coming in with this particular thunderstorm, and we will continue to watch that. So what scan is this? Is this GRK?
This is GRK. You want me to go to Fort Worth real
Let's see
quick?
if Fort Worth will give us an update.
Oh, shoot. There we go.
There we go. So right, probably about 4 miles southwest of Mejia right now, there's going to be your area of rotation currently as that continues to lift off toward the northeast. So folks in Mejia, let's go ahead and take your tornado precautions. Let's go ahead and get to the lowest floor of your home or business. Put as many walls between you and the outside. I do not like what I'm seeing here. That is a strengthening signature, at least in the mid layers. This is looking from the Fort Worth radar, so this could be a little higher up in the storm, but I don't like what I'm seeing, this tightening of these reds and greens touching each other right there. I don't like that. So if you live anywhere, Farm to Market Road 2705, you're being impacted right now, going up toward 2838 here and right along Highway 84. There's your spin currently right there. Folks in Mejia need to take your tornado precautions. If you're watching us at the schools, you need to make sure your classrooms go to your safe spot now and be ready to do that. And I know it can be scary for kids there, but again, it's time to be safe just in case we get a potential tornado to make its way off toward the north and east. And there are your times right there. It looks like Mejia around 132, so we are giving you a little bit of a heads up here as this continues off to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. But again, it's going to be very close here. There's the Mejia State School, New Hope Church, north side as you head up toward Coolidge. So again, anywhere from Coolidge down toward Mejia, let's go ahead and take those tornado precautions now, as we do have the potential for a tornado. Even if we don't see that, we could still see some strong winds from this thunderstorm as it continues to work its way off toward the east. So we've had the tornado watch in effect for a while, and we said probably just isolated tornadoes today, and that's what we're seeing right here. So a tornado threat currently in Mejia. I know we have wind threats in Bell County as well. So we are tracking that severe thunderstorm warning still continues for Bell County. So we're not forgetting about you folks that this is a little more imminent than what's going on to our south currently. So we're going to stay on this for you folks in the Mejia area, as we do have that broad area of rotation, and it looks like it may try to tighten up here. And again, we had to switch radar sites. Let's go back to GRK and see what we have there. Hopefully you have an updated scan from GRK. Yeah, there we go, right close to 84. This is going to be very close to Lake Mejia. So right there on 84. So folks, you need to be taking your tornado precautions, as this is going to be east of you folks in Prairie Hill. You're okay. But Forest Glade, that's south of Mejia, up toward Mejia itself, and then up 171 as you head northwest of town. This is going to be moving your way pretty much between this triangle here of Highway 84 and 171 as it heads northwest of Mejia. Not seeing much in the way of debris. We would want to see, well, we don't want to see, but we would see these blue colors starting to show up. And we're not seeing that as of right now, so that is good news. Hopefully that means we don't have a tornado on the ground, but again, the potential does exist for that to possibly produce here. Maybe a little something there to the southwest, so we'll keep an eye on that. But again, there's your hook, a well-defined hook with this thunderstorm. Again, to the southwest of Mejia right now, and that continues off toward the northeast. What do you have, Josh?
Yeah, the Weather Service updating that warning, a tornado warning in effect until 1:45 for northeastern Limestone officially. 1:24, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Fort Parker State Park. is very near Lake Mejia there, or near Mejia, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. So that
It's
takes
increased.
it right into Mejia.
Yeah, it's increased just a little bit. That forward speed has increased. So that's still the GRK? Okay, that's
We'll go back to Fort Worth real quick.
Yeah, we're still seeing that in the same locations here. We'll be getting the latest scan as that continues. Again, it's moving off toward the northeast. So west side of Mejia, west of 14 is where we're probably going to see the more significant part of this move through. So again, you need to be in your safe spot now, especially west of 14, down 84 on the west side of Mejia. As you head farther off to the east, I know the Walmart's over here on the east side of 84. Hopefully we can keep this just to your west, but again, let's keep an eye on it here on the east side of town, east of 14 as well. But again, we are looking at that spin right here that continues off toward the northeast. And again, it's pretty much right on top of Highway 84 right now. So that's the tornado warning that we have there. Nothing else is spinning up. We're going to have to watch that one. Is there a little storm near Mart right now?
Yeah, the Weather Service mentioning that. And this was that area we were looking at earlier over southern McLennan County. So not only are we watching one area of rotation near Mejia, that's the most significant one over Lake Mejia, but also an area of rotation starting to tighten according to the Weather Service. And we see it too on our radar there near Mart. We'll switch over to the Granger view.
Okay, so it'll be right here.
Yeah, two little areas.
Again, no official tornado warning for eastern
here.
McLennan just yet. Folks in
One
Mart,
here.
though, still some strong winds. I would still go ahead and just to be safe, let's go ahead and put you into the interior parts of your house, business, schools in session, I'm sure. Let's get away from windows just in case we get a tornado warning with this. It's very close to a populated area, so we don't want this to catch you off guard here. So folks in Mart, we're watching that very closely for you. Folks in Mejia, this storm definitely means business. There's the hook echo as it continues to work its way just on the west side of Mejia, and it will continue off toward the north and east. So with that, we are going to be seeing this get closer and closer to Mejia as we work through the next couple of hours. So we did take a power hit here, and we're working through a few technical difficulties, but again, there's latest scans coming in showing you that we do have that potential and that rotation now getting very close to you folks in the Mejia area as that continues off toward the northeast. So folks in Mejia, let's keep you in your safe place as of right now, as we do have that area rotation now moving its way up to Highway 84 and continuing off to the northeast from there. Josh?
Yeah, and we'll go ahead and zoom in on this, kind of give you an idea of roads that are impacted. Again, Farm Road 2705 south of Forest Glade, 1633 runs from Mejia back down to the south of Lake Mejia. We also have Farm Road 2705, and that goes around to Lake Mejia, and also multiple county roads. Farm Road 2130 runs up into Eccles. So if you hear any of those names, if those names sound familiar to you, you need to be taking cover. And anyone east of Mejia or west of Mejia into Mejia, and Matt, the newest scan actually takes it very close to Mejia.
Yeah.
It looks like it's broadened out a bit, which is good news, but that doesn't mean that it's not doing things.
So
again,
is that from Fort Worth?
that is from Fort Worth. I'm going to switch to Granger here in about a minute. I think that'll give it a latest scan. But now that rotation coming in very close to the east side of Mejia. So Mejia, you need to be in your safe
West side.
spot right now. West side, yes, sir. West side of Mejia. You need to be in your safe spot right now
Yeah,
if you're
it's
in
going to be
Mejia.
right in here, right on the west. Let's go in. Let's go street level here and go right into Mejia. This is where the tightening is going to be. So here's County Road 474 right here, and you have Farm to Market Road 2838. So it's going to be right in here between 84 and 2838. That's where we have the most significant rotation associated with this. So again, on the west side of Mejia, this is going to be moving over, even if we don't have a tornado as of yet. One could form at any time. That's why we need to continue to take your tornado precautions in the city of Mejia as this continues. And even if we don't see a tornado, we may get some very strong winds to come up here into the Mejia area, straight line winds, and that could be in excess of 60 miles per hour. That can still do a little bit of damage as well. So again, pretty broad area, and it looks like the main area is here right on 84 now, probably about 2 miles west of town, as it continues off toward the northeast. So Coolidge, you're probably going to stay south or northwest of this. It's going to be to your southeast. So we are looking at that potential right in here. So we are looking again 2 or 3 miles just to the west of Mejia. So that's going to, and that's the center of town. So obviously Mejia extends farther out than that. So we are looking at the potential, the west side of Mejia potentially being impacted by this. This will continue to work its way off toward the northeast. So folks, between Coolidge and Mejia and then northeast of there, we'll continue to watch this for you. So FM 3119 and then County Road 20 or 243 as that makes its way off toward the northeast. It looks like it's going to stay mainly west of Highway 14 as of now until it gets north of Mexia. Then it may start to cross here across northern parts of Limestone County. Then as we get into Navarro and Freestone counties, we'll see if this warning will continue. But once again, just to the west of Mexia, that's where we have the tight circulation currently, and that will continue to work its way off to the north. Let's go back to the reflectivity if we can and show you the hook echo with this, as it's still not quite as pronounced as it was just a little bit earlier. So looking at the different radar sites here, not quite as pronounced. Hopefully it lost a little bit, but it's better to be safe than sorry in a situation like this. So let's make sure. No official reports from the emergency manager there in Limestone County just yet, correct, Josh?
Do not see anything yet. Spotters on 14 in the north of Fort Parker report stronger winds that are happening right now. That is what I'm seeing from them currently. That's about it.
All right, so at the very least, we're going to get some strong winds out of this. So that's why the tornado warning is in effect. It does not look as impressive as it did just a few minutes ago. So hopefully it did its thing. Hopefully it cycled. Remember, supercell thunderstorms, they do their thing. They produce a tornado, and then things start to change. They're always evolving. It's never the same from one scan to another. You can see back here when we had that hook, a little more pronounced there, and then it kind of blobbed out. So hopefully that means that we did see some of that cold core wind coming from that rushing out and taking away the inflow on some of this thunderstorm. But still, wind is wind, and if we get winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, that can still produce the potential of some damaging winds in excess of 60, and we can get some tree limbs broken and some shingles off rooftops for that. Again, a little bit of rotation still left over right here. Let's go back toward the southwest again. Looks like south of Prairie Hill. I think that's the one that came out of Mart. Right in here, we're going to have to watch this area. Again, no official warning for this one just yet, but we're going to have to watch this area here northeast of Mart as that continues south of Prairie Hill. Looks like that'll be just to the south of Highway 84 there in Limestone County, and then continuing to go right here, probably just east of Prairie Hill by about 2 miles or so as that works off toward the northeast. So folks along Highway 84, that is going to be moving your way. So we do have a couple of areas of rotation. Again, this one not warned as of right now. The one closer to Mexia is. Let's go down to Bell County real quick. Check on folks down there. We still have a severe thunderstorm warning for Bell County. You can see very heavy rain across the Killeen area. Some localized flooding will be possible here as well. I know we've been in a drought, but a little bit of flooding can't be ruled out as that continues to push its way off toward the southeast. So folks in Killeen, probably going to linger around here over the next hour or so. So some very heavy rain, especially along 14 and down toward the south as you head toward the lake. And it looks like new thunderstorms developing near Academy. The main push of this, though, you see that green line pushing out here? This is why we don't have tornadoes across Bell County. It's because we have that green line pushing out. That's cooler air, so all the thunderstorms behind that are a little bit elevated and can't tap into the rich moisture down the south. But ahead of this line, we have more thunderstorms developing. Got to keep an eye on you folks in Milam County, Robertson County, down toward the Brazos Valley as well, as we will have the potential for these to continue. But notice there's a lot of them. So that means they're fighting for the energy right now. If we can get one cell to take over somewhere, then that's when we'll start to be more concerned about a tornado threat. Nothing imminent down here, but just wanted to let you know we're keeping an eye on it, and a tornado watch is still in effect for you folks for most of central Texas until 6 o'clock tonight. It's lessening, though, as you head from Gatesville back to Lampasas. I think you're pretty much done for Waco, Temple, and Killeen as well as far as the tornado aspect. There'll still be some rain, thunder, and lightning, but I think the main severe weather threat now is going to shift east of I-35 and over here. So there you go, right into the Mexia area right now. Groesbeck, thunderstorms down to your southwest. We'll continue to watch those, and we'll watch the one that's been pulling out of McLennan County as well. Nothing official on that. Any more from the Weather Service on that?
Yeah, they're going to let the warning continue because of that second circulation moving into the warning area.
Okay, so
here's an official report from Limestone County Road 459 and 39, rotation from a train spotter.
Okay, so these storms are rotating. We have that. So we do have, again, the two areas of rotation back in on Mexia right now. Just wait till we give you the all clear on this. I know it's going to be a little bit scary from time to time, but we got you covered right here. Mexia, again, still in that tornado warning. let's go to our velocity products again and show where that's velocity. Hopefully we're starting to see that start to go up to the north. It looks like it's starting to shift right along here just to the northwest of Mexia and missing most of town, but again, just on the northwest side of town right now as you head up the road toward Coolidge, but it's going to stay southeast of you folks in the Coolidge area. And so we're mainly focused in right here, just to the northwest of Mexia, right where 171 and 84 come together. And again, that's going to continue off to a northeast fashion. So folks on 14, looks like we're going to continue to see that move your way. If you live north of Mexia, go ahead and take your tornado precautions now, as that will continue to lift off toward the north and east. There's the latest scan. It looks like it's weakened even further a little bit. So maybe north of Mexia now, in here near 14, we could be seeing that right there. But it looks like that area of rotation is starting to come down just a bit. And back to the west, this is where we're seeing maybe it start to ramp up just a little bit. Some strong winds south of Prairie Hill right now. These are going to be outflow winds, not tornadic winds. But as that starts to come into this environment, we may get a spin up right here to the west of 14 once again. And of course, that is southwest of Mexia. So let's go ahead and continue to take our tornado precautions, as we still have maybe an area rotation that may try to tighten up here over the next few minutes. We're going to keep an eye on it. The tornado warning is until 1:45. We'll see if the Weather Service extends that or not, but we'll continue to watch that as it makes its way off toward the northeast. Josh?
Yeah, and one thing I'm going to be wondering about, Matt, this storm, the way these storms interact, they put the cold air on the backside of it, so that means that cold air is now worked further to the south. That cold air, at least the line of it, probably closer to Groesbeck. And I'm wondering if, as these storms start to try to merge into it, we need to monitor south of where this storm is now as well. And that's what I was seeing there briefly on velocity from the Fort Worth site. You notice how it's getting a little murky there south. So we'll need to monitor as that cold air wraps around it a little bit. But at least we're seeing that rotation signature that was near Mexia look a little bit more broad now, and that is good news.
Yes, that's definitely broadened up a lot. We'll see if the one back to the west of town, we'll see if that one tightens up. That one doesn't have a classic appearance, though.
It does not.
On the reflectivity, so it could be within the rain here. So you saw that right there. That could be within the rain. So you're not going to see this at all as it makes its way to the northeast. And again, it's just moving to that tornado warning cone that was for this storm up here. And again, we'll see if the Weather Service is going to extend this or not.
They are not.
They are not extending
They are
this.
going to switch it over to a severe thunderstorm warning and continue it into Freestone County.
All right, so this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell right here that is going to be making its way across 14. So we'll get a severe thunderstorm warning. So folks around Teague, back through Mexia, Groesbeck, you're probably going to get some strong winds. And remember, wind is wind. It doesn't have to rotate. It can be just straight out of the thunderstorm. So hopefully we saw the weakening of that rotation, and hopefully that rotation will continue to weaken here across our area. So they're going to allow the tornado warning to expire here in 4 minutes. So it's now 1:41. Still have the tornado warning in effect for the next 4 minutes, just in case this may want to try to spin up once again. But as you head toward Groesbeck, it looks like on the west side of town, moving in right now. So you're going to probably get some strong winds associated with that. We could get winds up to 60 miles per hour, maybe a little bit higher than that. So that's why anywhere along 14 from Mexia to Groesbeck, we do have the potential still for some strong winds as it continues off toward the east, and then eventually making its way into Freestone County, where we will likely have that severe thunderstorm warning extend probably to the I-45 corridor. So folks from Fairfield back toward Teague, that's going to be moving your way. And again, not seeing as much, but again, this is a red area right here. This is where we're going to have that wind come out of the thunderstorm and make its way off toward the east. So again, south of Highway 84, we're going to get that new severe thunderstorm warning that will continue off to the east. Still have the tornado warning for the next 3-4 minutes right here. Now 3 minutes, 1:42 on this Thursday afternoon of May 5th, and that will continue down. More thunderstorms developing, and this is going to probably help take away energy from this storm up here. So as we get more thunderstorms fighting for that instability, these thunderstorms are just going up everywhere. They're going to start fighting for that instability, so hopefully that will continue to weaken this storm just a little bit as that process continues here over the next 30 minutes. We need to keep an eye on storms out here, though, near Buffalo, Fairfield. These are out ahead of the boundary. These are all by themselves. We got to look at that one near Buffalo, as that could be starting to pipe up here. Nothing official with that yet. It just developed, but it's in a very warm, moist environment. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that very closely as that continues to work its way off. Maybe some stronger winds already starting to develop aloft in that thunderstorm, and quite a bit of lightning associated with it as well. Again, doesn't look too menacing as of right now on the reflectivity. That's what we call this version when you look at the precipitation part. But we may see this start to ramp up as it makes its way off toward the northeast, and it'll primarily be east of I-45 the way it looks right now. And then other thunderstorms developing across southern Limestone into Falls County as well. Eastern parts of McLennan, we are seeing some of that heavier rain. And again, the tornado warning just about to expire here for you folks in parts of Limestone County. But again, some strong winds will be possible with this thunderstorm as it continues to work its way through. We do have the storm that had the potential tornado making its way off toward the Wortham area. So folks in Wortham, you're getting heavy rain, maybe some pretty good wind right now. There is the new severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 2:30 for quarter-size hail associated with that, and winds to 60 miles per hour as that thunderstorm continues to work its way off toward the east. So once again, radar indicated maybe some quarter-size hail and winds to 60 miles per hour as this thunderstorm continues to work its way off to the east and into Limestone County, or into Freestone County, I should say. So folks around Fairfield, this could affect you, Teague, and all the way up to Wortham and the northern parts of the county as well as that continues off toward the northeast, Josh.
Yeah, and that storm warned for quarter-size hail, winds to 60. We had quarter-size hail reported near the Mejia State School. This is moving northeast at 45, so you can kind of make out the strongest part of that storm. We'll put a track on it to the northeast at 45. Again, you're getting storms already in Mejia, but as far as high winds, hail, that's likely going to be occurring here pretty much in the next 2 minutes. You get into Teague, and you're talking about it coming in just after 2 o'clock, Fairfield closer to 2:20. So that storm will continue working into Freestone County, where it will be under a severe thunderstorm warning. Again, officially, that severe thunderstorm warning running up until 2:30 p.m. So here for the next 45 minutes, that severe thunderstorm warning, including Navarre County as well. Don't want to forget about you in southern Navarre County. You're under this as well. But Freestone, Limestone County, that's the beef of this warning right now. Again, we're watching more scattered thunderstorm development back to the south across the Brazos Valley. Matt, we'll have to watch these just a little closely. Occasionally, you can get 1 or 2 of them to turn a little strong quickly, just with how much energy is in the atmosphere. But right now, other than the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings we're looking at, things look to be behaving themselves.
But I like how it's clustering here.
Yes.
A lot's going up at one time. When you get a lot to go up at one time, all those cells are fighting with each other. That helps to take down the tornado threat, at least initially, unless something can really get going. And I think that may be trying to happen here to the east of Marlin right now. And again, if these cells can really start to ingest and start to take the energy away from these cells down here, then we'll have to keep an eye on those. And those are right along the boundary right now as that continues down to the southeast. But a big blow up there right on the Marlin area. That's going to be some heavier rain there, maybe a little bit of small hail moving into southern parts of Limestone County. And then again, Bell County, still a severe thunderstorm warning for the southern half of the county there. And that rain continues across southern Bell County as well. Looks like the rain for Waco is just about to come to an end as the cold front will be coming through pretty soon. We do have that making its way through the area, so just light amounts of rain for the Waco area. Still a flash flood warning for the northwestern parts up into southeastern Bosque County, southern parts of Hill County. This is where we had 3 to 5 inches of rain earlier, so good news there. A lot of that feeding into the lakes, into McLennan County, Lake Waco. That's some good news for folks there. This is how you need to help break a drought a little bit, get some of that heavy rain right over the lakes or just to the north of the lakes, and that's what happened for McLennan County for today, and we've had that in Bell County as well with some of that heavier rain over Lake Belton and Stillhouse Hollow. So hopefully we can fill it up just a little bit so we can prevent water rationing at least over the next month or two. Yeah, we got 90s in the forecast and maybe getting close to 100 west of I-35 over the weekend. But as we head off toward the southeast again, going to be mainly a wind threat now for you folks north of Groesbeck into Mejia, going into Freestone County, north of Fairfield as well. And again, these thunderstorms just continue to build, and as long as there's a lot of thunderstorms trying to compete for the energy, That hopefully will lower the tornado threat just a little bit, but we may see this start to ramp up once again as it is quite unstable down to the southeast, closer to the Highway 79 corridor, and then down into the Brazos Valley as well, closer to Bryan College Station. For you folks on KXXV and 25 ABC, we're going to be sending you back to regular programming, but we'll continue on Facebook Live right here. Thank you for trusting us with your severe weather coverage. Keep it right here, and we'll keep you advised.